welcome to my channel. It's Oin Cakes, back at it again with another topic that nobody asked for, but I'm gonna be talking about it anyway. Now, before we start, this deep dive, I want y'all to grab a glass of wine, grab a cup of juice or a cup of tea, grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, darling, because in this video I'm going to be waking shit up, okay? I'm going to be shaking the table. And if you know that you're not ready to hear this tea or hear this straight facts and truth about the lies that we've been sold by feminists and social media, then please click out of this video. I do not want any BBL bandits or any feminists to come in my comment section and try to drag me, because I know y'all gonna try it, but it's okay because I'm only here to speak my truth. If you know you can't handle it, please click out of this video. Now, before we start, I want to play this video that I watched of Brittany Renner literally talking about how she's tired of the whole life. She said she don't want to be a hoe no more. So guess what? We're gonna be watching the video together, okay? I'm gonna be watching the video while I drink my wine, okay? So let me just play it for you guys so we can both watch.
Well, I will say, I have to be honest with myself, because I think it's easy to take the cliche route and say, like, I would do nothing differently. Now, from the wisdom I have acquired, no, I would not change this wisdom for a clean slate. And that's just the God honest truth. But I will say to 20-year-olds, and even to my 20-year-old self, I hate how I allowed myself to just be like used up by men. And that came from a lack of self-worth. I did not understand my value that I was born with. I didn't. And I gave, again, people look at sex differently, but sex is spiritual unification. At the end of the day, I don't care how you spin it. It's spiritual.
For women.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
for
women.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. For women, it's spiritual unification. And people that I shared my body with, when I think about my list, it's repulsive because they didn't deserve it. But that was an outcome of me discounting my worth. And it's disgusting. I hate even having that spiritual tie in any type of way. But yeah, I would absolutely change sexually how I move around. And not even necessarily because of like the societal outcome. It's more so from my self-worth.
Like, how it makes you like feel.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good knowing that you gave a sacred part of you to a man that looked at sex with you as taking a piss. It's not fulfilling. It's disgusting to think about. And I feel like I've beat myself up every single day for my decisions. And what people say about me online holds no candle to what I've told myself on a daily basis. Like, I've been called worse by better, and that better be me. Like, I have talked down to myself, and I felt like I was unworthy for a very long time. And I would say this is more of a recent awareness, like in the past year, where I'm like,
y'all just watched that video with me, so you guys just got the real tea about this hookup culture, sexual liberation, about living your best life, about having a whole thing, all of those things that social media tries to push on us and tell us women that we need to be. So I'm of the firm belief that the feminists lied to us. Feminists lied. It was all a lie. Okay?
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Have you ever been told that you can have as much sex like men with no repercussions whatsoever, but you find yourself having sneaky links that don't care about you and will never help you in time of need? I am here to tell you that you have been hoodwinked, you've been lied to, you've been bamboozled, okay? Because all this does is benefit men who will never bat an eyelid for you. Let me break this down biologically, okay? Women and men are wired very different, and the way both genders perceive sex is also very different, contrary to popular belief. The cause of this difference is as a result of oxytocin that is released usually in women and men, but I think it's at very different doses. Women tend to release it more, which makes us more connected to our partner. It's the emollient behind what makes a woman go dick crazy. It's the bonding agent between mother and child. It also gives women their nurturing instinct. Women are naturally programmed to become emotionally attached to their kids as a way of survival method and ensuring the security and safety of their child. But with men, they are programmed to detach from sex. They don't see sex the way we see sex. For them, it's just a release. It's just an activity. If you ask most men, that's what they usually say. So they don't attach any feelings or emotions towards it. So if we apply this biological concept to casual sex, hookup culture, and just indulging in casual sex, this can create havoc and create a false sense of attachment to someone who we don't really necessarily know that well. But because we are releasing all these hormones, it messes up your brain and it sends false signals that make you think that this person is the one for you. Do you get what I mean? It's not something that you do consciously. It's just something that happens naturally because that is what your body is programmed to do as a woman, and you cannot change this regardless of how much you try to lie to yourself and try to say that, oh, you can not have any feelings or any attachment towards a guy. It's not true. I mean, that's why you find yourself thinking about, you know, the guy that you're throwing it back for if he's talking to other girls, why he's not answering your calls. Like, if he doesn't answer your calls, your mind is racing towards, oh, is he talking to other girls? Is he sleeping with other girls? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? Because of this hormone, that is what makes you go crazy. That's what makes you do all these crazy things that you think it's the D, but it's just the hormone. It's just what that hormone is supposed to do, create attachment with your partner. Okay, this hormone literally puts rose-colored glasses on your eyes and makes you feel like the guy that you're intimate with is who you're going to marry. And we all know how women can be very delusional. We women can be very, very much delusional and think that, like, because a guy, we're throwing it back for a guy, that he's gonna marry us, or he's in love with us, or he this, that, and the third, or he wants a relationship. Darling, wake up and smell the roses. Okay, wake up. Wake up!
Miss Jackson,
have you ever had to ask a guy you were seeing, hey, what are we? Or have you ever felt like you were stuck in a limbo or emotional roller coaster that doesn't seem to be progressing in terms of the relationship? It's like you don't know what this is. You're just stuck in a limbo and you're very much confused. Or have you ever felt like you were in a relationship because everything felt like one? The dates, the gifts, the conversations, everything felt like you were in a serious relationship, but there was no label. There was no definitive label as to what that was. Or maybe you were on the other side of the fence where there was no gifts, no dates, no communication, except for the odd, hey, what are you doing right now? Or hey, can you come over text? So I'm assuming all you got was some eyes rolled to the back of the head, body convulsing, you know, the blissful feelings that come with having an orgasm. If you answered yes to any of these questions, my dear, you're in a situationship. You have now been sucked into hookup culture and the aftermaths of engaging in casual sex, because that's all it gives you: confusion, chaos, and situationships. Nothing good ever comes out of it. That's just to be frank. I mean, we heard Brittany. You guys heard what Brittany Renner said. Y'all heard what she said. Y'all hear what she said, that she wishes she could take back all the times she let this niggas run through her and do her dirty. Now, let's get into what the definition of a situationship is. A situationship is a one-sided agreement for either party who is emotionally available at the moment. So it could be the guy, it could be the girl, but most times it's usually the girl, you know. The conversation usually goes like this. Maybe the guy and the girl meet up, they're feeling each other, you know, they do the do, and then the guy tells her, I'm not looking for a relationship. She's like, alright, cool, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, baby. So she gets into it thinking, I'm not gonna catch feelings, it's just sex. I mean, what's the worst that could come out of it? You know, I'm just having fun, I'm just enjoying myself. Or maybe y'all don't have the conversation and you just decide to go with the flow. One day y'all are chilling in the bed and something keeps whispering in your ears. What's going on between the two of you? Ask him, what are we? What's going on? What are we? So you ask a dreaded question that every guy hates to hear. What are we? Where's this relationship going? Where do you see us going? What are we? And the guy tells you, we are nothing but pencils in the hands of the creator, darling. And the guy's like, we're just having fun, you know, I'm just seeing where it goes. I'm just going with the flow. Sorry, they'll give you this answer that makes you feel like, okay, maybe there is something, but they won't really tell you that there is nothing. But they will leave room for you to think that there is something, because they know how women are. We usually fall in love with our ears, right? Give you this quick answer to your question just to kind of ease your mind. Or some of them will blatantly tell you, we're just having fun, we're just seeing where it goes, we're going with the flow. Where are we flowing to? We're flowing. Are we river? Are we river ocean that we are flowing? Where are we flowing to, darling? Where are we flowing to? We are flowing nowhere. A situationship allows for men to upgrade at your expense, all while shopping around and seeing if they can get something better, while having you fulfill their every desire and tend to their needs, without them feeling any guilt or having to be accountable to anything due to the mere reason that there is no relationship, there's no title. It's just going with the flow. It's basically just Netflix and chill or Inshallah vibes, and that is what a relationship allows for them to get away with. Mind you, these are the same men in their locker room chats talking about how women are so dumb, how we're so stupid for letting them quote unquote use and abuse us and run through us, you know. And they always have all these demeaning and negative things to say about women who actually want to engage with them. And it's kind of telling as to how men themselves view themselves, because if you think that a woman's value decreases because she's having sex with you, does that mean that you're an object of no value? Does that mean that you're something that causes devaluation to a woman? What does that place on you as a human being? What does that mean in regards to your self-worth and how you feel about yourself? And I feel like a lot of people are going to have things to say about this topic, because they'll say, oh, I'm looking at sex through the male gaze and I'm shaming women and I'm talking about this and talking about that. But I feel like with the recent uproar about women being ran through, women at the wall, and all these negative things that men have to say and how they want to treat women, we women should just stop being intimate with them, because we're not going to die. Them on the other hand, they're going to die. They literally cannot do without us. And it's like, they don't appreciate the fact that we are having this intimate thing with them, but instead they want to shame us and make us feel like shit for doing the same thing that they're doing. So it's very much counteractive, and I just feel like they do not deserve to have access to our bodies without them being accountable to us in regards to them wanting to be in a relationship, and with them actually having accountability and being able to suffer repercussions for, you know, cheating or stepping out of a relationship. But if you're in a situationship, it's like there's nothing there, so you can't even be mad at a guy for literally wanting to sleep with your best friend or wanting to sleep with your sister. I mean, we're not in a relationship. That's what they're gonna say. So why then would you want that for yourself? Why then would you want them to see you as used up or ran through? Because that is what they say, regardless of people saying, oh, you're looking at things through the male gaze. But like, how else am I supposed to look at it? I'm attracted to men. Like, for a majority of women, they're heterosexual, they're attracted to men. That's how they're supposed to look at it, from the male gaze. I mean, most of us are not like bisexual or lesbians. I mean, that would probably be so much better to be, but we're not. So that is the reality of it. So I'm only here to spread awareness as to the real truth and the reality of this hookup culture and sexual liberation and all these other things that people do not talk about in terms of confusion, chaos, letting all these people into your body. It causes a lot of cuckoo. It really does. And I'm here to just say the truth, darling. Don't hate, don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm only here to deliver the message, period. So I feel like we women sometimes tend to put all our eggs in one basket, as opposed to men who are very much so shopping around and seeing the best offer that it is available to them, which makes us form an emotional connection, so tie a bond with someone that we are intimate with, contrary to the sexual liberation movement and what's not. Have you ever wondered or questioned why men never really raise any disinterest in regards to situationships? Like, I've never heard a man say, oh no, I don't want constant intimacy. I don't want to not have to be accountable for my actions. I don't want to not have to put in an effort to communicate. I don't want to have to, you know, bridge the old gap and actually give you orgasms or even be there for you emotionally. And all these are things expected in a healthy relationship. Why? Because situationships allow for them to be lazy and unaccountable for their actions, or rather say. In an effort to try to change a man's mind, some women even go the extra mile of cooking for a man, cleaning for a man, doing wifey duties for a man. Meanwhile, he's offering nothing in return. I mean, some men don't even deserve to have piss poured on them while they're on fire. They don't deserve a dime, okay? They don't deserve nothing. I mean, let's think about it. Why would a man pay for the cow if he's getting the milk for free? If he's getting all the benefits for free, why then should he value what you're offering that is free, when he didn't have to work a day in his life to earn that? Didn't have to give you money, they didn't have to put in any efforts for dates. A lot of women are delusional and funny enough, they're in relationships with themselves, because the truth is, sex cannot be the foundation to build a relationship on, nor can it be the catalyst that keeps a relationship together. For most men, the intimate act is usually forgotten after it's done. It's usually not an act that is rewarded, except if that was the initial agreement in the first place, okay? If you're a smart hoe, get your money, child. Or if you're a dumb hoe, what are you doing? I think it's why you can ask a man for money or ask a man for help and he will literally tell you to your face, you are not my girl though. Ouch. 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 You can do all the tricks known to man. Gobble on that D, do backflips, hang on the roof, hang on the ceiling, splits. You can do whatever you want to do, child, on that D, but he still won't want you, child. He still won't want you. He still won't do it because he doesn't value you. He doesn't see your self-worth. And it's not a reflection of who you are. It's more so telling of how you view yourself, right? I mean, you can have the wettest ass kitty that fills up a mop bucket and he still won't want you, nor see you valuable enough to put the title on it. And again, it's not a depiction of who you are, but more so a depiction of how you view yourself. Because why are you letting somebody treat you like that? Except if that's what you want to. If that's what you want, then just click out of this video, because this video is not for you. You can do the sucking, the cleaning, the flying, and he still wouldn't want you. Why? Sex will never be the gateway to a man's heart, nor will it be the catalyst that keeps you all together. It just doesn't work like that. Anything that can truly secure your place in a man's life is truly how he feels about you. A guy to have access to the most intimate part of you, make sure that he shows you that he's worth it. Make sure you vet him and make sure that you put him through enough stages to prove that, like, okay, he's deserving of this. Because just having casual sex with different men is actually doing more damage than good, and that's the honest truth. I mean, when do you pick yourself up? Tell yourself that you deserve the best of the best and that you are worthy of being in something that someone is sure of. When do you say to yourself that, like, it's high time I stop lying to myself and I face the facts and I actually tell myself the truth? Because this is not in any way, shape or form improving my life. It's more causing a lot of chaos and a lot of confusion in my life, as opposed to this liberation or this freedom that feminists have decided to sell us. All of these things stem from, like, a lot of issues that you need to deal with through therapy and sitting down with yourself and understanding where you're operating from, so that you can actually heal from it and actually go for the best of the best. And it's not like it's not out there. You just have to feel and think that you will get it. If you don't start, like, therapy and actually start to understand where all of this is operating from, you're just gonna find yourself repeating the same cycle over and over again, and then you find yourself in your 30s or 40s just thinking about how you wasted your youth doing absolutely nothing. And then you're gonna end up like Brittany Renner, who's coming to tell us the absolute truth, because they don't tell you this. They really don't. They just try to push this agenda that being a hoe is the right thing to do, but I personally don't think so. Coming from somebody who has had her own experiences, and I'm speaking from experience, guys. Like, I'm in no way, shape or form trying to judge anybody, but I am literally here to tell you, like, I'm not going to put my business out there, but I'm literally here to tell you that, like, been there and done that. Okay, maybe not as much, but, like, I've had a little bit of experience to know that, like, child, we are not doing this again, okay? But if you don't hear it, you will feel. Hopefully you kind of have an understanding of where I'm coming from. I'm in no way, shape or form trying to bash anybody or judge anybody. Do what you want to do with your body. It's your body. Do whatever you want to do. But I'm just here to spread awareness for the girlies who want better in life. Not saying that you sipping around is not you wanting better in life, but there's different levels to this. So hopefully this video has been very informative and you've enjoyed this deep dive into hookup culture, sexual liberation, male gaze, and all these shenanigans going on in the media right now. If you did enjoy this, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, I don't care anyways. I'm still gonna keep creating content, okay? All right, well, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.